succumb to magic.
Time has come.
Recently I made the War of Clans Warrior deck as requested with no discard package, but at the with some of the comments from Thanos, I thought it'd be really fun to try out a version of Warriors with Dagur, because that's what he mentioned in his comments. I thought it was a really cool idea. I used to play Dagur a whole bunch in all of the 3-round Melusine decks, but kind of went away from that. Now we're going to try Dagur out in this deck, so let's go through and talk about what we're doing in this Warrior discard deck. We're playing Fuchsia, so we're going to revive Dagur potentially. Blood Eagle, searching. I guess you notice there's no Harald An Craite. We cut him to fit in the Dagur, and we cut out several of the Warriors from the War of Clans just to fit in the discard package. So the difference here, we have Dagur. Dagur we can do a whole bunch of stuff with, and it should be pretty interesting. We'll see if we can't make a big Dagur. Discard package, we have Birna, Coral, Morkvarg. Only one Scald, because I don't really want to have to discard too many cards. Discard excess cards in here is not great, so I don't want to do that. We want to discard Skirmisher, and Morkvarg, and we have a discard from Scald, 2 from Birna, 1 from Coral, potentially 1 from Mask. You could fit in a second Scald if you want to, but I preferred some of the other 4 version cards over the second Scald. We'll talk about that when we get there. We have Squirtle, Vabjorn, all pretty standard here. Raiding Fleet for the 2 Demon Light Longships again. The Yuduf to send from our deck to the graveyard. Now we have the changeover, so now that we're not running the War of Clans anymore, because it's a really fun card, but I think overall this deck's a little bit stronger. We're going to be running the Drone Berserkers along with the Light Longships. These damage themselves, and because of that we changed our Brokvar Hunter into Heime Protector. This could still be Brokvar Hunter, it would still work out pretty well, but we want to be a little greedier, I think, with the Protector, because it's really the only thing that gets us a lot of value over time. The Brokvar Hunter does do damage, it has a Bloodthirst, which is nice, and it is a good option. I just wanted to try out Protector, because I haven't tried it out yet. And then, yeah, we have the Gutting Slash for removal, pretty standard stuff, and that's the deck. So, pretty quick here, talking about this. If you haven't seen the deck, the previous video where we talked about the War of Clans version, and you're interested, go check it out. This deck should play pretty similarly, but the big weakness with Warriors and War of Clans and Harald and all that stuff, although the deck is quite fun, it has a lot of control, its round 1 is very weak. I think in the last video we went second quite a few times, which helped out, and here we go against Rage of the Sea. Now there's a chance this is a rain deck. By the way, have not seen any rain decks lately, and there it is. Discards it. So there's 2 things you can do here up against these, well, let's talk about it for a second once we get Rioghan the Undying up here. I'll talk about it on this picture. So, the thing with Rioghan, he's not the Rioghan Fulmar combo, right? Now, against that, there's 2 normal things. One, you banish Rioghan and kind of play like a regular game. Now, looking at our deck, we can't actually do that. Looking at our hand, though, I don't think we want this. Gutting Slash wouldn't be bad. We have 2 discard fodders. We have a discard from going first, and we discard here, so I want these. And then, I don't have much synergy with Protector, so we'll put it back. Well, that was the synergy. I don't think we need Gutting Slash. So, we can't actually banish this. That means if there's a long round 3, and his combo goes off, we will lose the game. To avoid that, we have to win this round 1. No matter what, we're going to win this round 1, and then go to a round 2. And then try and bleed out the combo. So that's our plan. That's just what we're going to have to do here. So I guess we'll start off with the Scald. We don't have a Birna, so we're not losing any points here. Okay, we got another discard here in Morkvarg. So Fuchsia here has several options to revive. We can revive either Dagur, we can revive one of our bronzes, we can revive Squirtle. Okay. Alright, this is going to be an interesting game. I was going to play our Drone Berserker. Now we're not going to do that. First though, we'll see what we draw with Mask of Ouroboros. Light Longship, interesting. We'll discard our Skull or Skirmisher here. And let's see what we want to do. Obviously, pinging this down is probably not the best choice. So, we could go for Vabjorn into a raid. But I don't want to put bleeding on this because it's not great. And there's nothing I really know Blood Eagle. So I think we'll just set up 2 damage from either raiders or we can put out a long ship. I'll put out a long ship. Let's see what he does. Okay, Decree. See if he gets a combo going. There's Melusine. Again, we can't actually kill this. So we're in a very difficult position. Because if he gets this going, it will be a ton of value. The question is, how do we stop it from going? We can either leader charge. That's a commitment that I don't want to make. Or we could potentially try and set up something for our Dagur to take the round instead. Dagur taking the round's much better. So we'll see if we can't get that set up. Because he's going to damage himself at the end of his turns as well. If we can get to a 6 when we play Dagur, for example by doing this, and then playing this next turn, that'd be great. We don't want to damage him too much, by the way, because he's going to have healing and stuff. So we'll try and make Dagur go to a 6 and then see if he dies. Unfortunately, I find it very unlikely that will happen. We could also try and get these setups so that potentially... let's see. If we go for... If we just go Berserker and then keep all these damage ready for our Dagur, that might work out better. Let's do that. This round really is going to come down to Dagur. Okay, there's a Fulmar. If we get rid of his combo now, I wouldn't be too upset. Question is, if he's getting rid of Fulmar now, we don't have to worry about the Rioghan combo instantly winning him the round. He gains a point here if we pass, so he wins on even. We're going to take 4 damage per turn. It's going to be up to Dagur. We're going to go for the Dagur here and see if he works out. We're just going to kind of hope he does. Although, he's going to storm us. Let's just go for the Vabjorn and play our raiding fleet.
Reasons for the feeble of heart!
He's going to use his Fulmar order, but potentially we can get him with Dagur still. This is going to be worth so many points. Our issue is we don't have a good answer to this. There's the Fulmar. He could Rioghan now for a win on even. I wouldn't mind that much. Then we don't have to worry about it. As the issue here is that normally if they have the Fulmar Rioghan combo, you lose the round no matter what if you don't banish it. And this is going to be the resurrect. Nope, just take a Scorpion Decoction. Alright, so we got the 3 damage set up. We'll go for Dagur. We'll play him. We'll fire off some damage pings. I want to remove this because it gives him value. And then I want to remove, next, probably Fulmar. And Dagur's at 7 now, so he shouldn't be hard for him to kill it, like a heat wave or something. And every turn his Melusine gives us points because it damages stuff next to him, and then he has the Fulmar. So when he ends his turn, we get 3 on our Dagur, and he loses 1. So this Storm and Rain will do 7. We'll go to 20. He'll go down 3 here. We'll go down 1 and we'll go up 3, so we'll still be ahead. And really, the reason here we're going to go for this is our hand is very much a hand that we can't get rid of these cards, I don't think. Now, if he plays Rioghan, I'm happy. Even if we lose on even without the Rioghan combo, things get a lot easier. Perfect. Dagur doing work for us here. We can actually try and force out Rioghan or something. Dagur did his job exceedingly well there. I do want my Coral for discard. I'm not convinced we need this. It's going to be probably for Messenger to see if he plays something I want to kill. And if he plays Messenger, we can do 4 damage with Squirtle instead. Okay, we drew Blood Eagle. That was kind of the downside of playing our other card, round 1. We can push fairly hard here, I think. And I think we want to, because we want the Rioghan thing to be gone.
Either with my shield or on it.
No Burna or Coral yet, though. Interesting. We could pressure him hard here if we just kill that with Squirtle. And then that helps up with Berserker, because this is bad for us as long as it's alive. I think it's worth it. As long as that lives, we can't really play Berserker very safely. And he's probably going to resurrect Melusine. Which is going to be kind of an issue. He's got 16 points on her. Like I said. Resurrect the Melusine. But as long as we protect her in this row, it's not that bad. It's not great, obviously, but it could be a lot worse. And what are we going to play with? We could pull out another protector with this. That would be pretty good if he rains this row, because we can get a lot of points out of it. We'll play this. So if we get rain on this row, we can play a bunch of handmade protectors, ideally. Well, 2. Play a bunch. And then hopefully we can survive here. There's the Messenger.
In the end, the sea.
Messenger obviously presents us with some issues. But like I said, we can go for the handmade protectors, and it shouldn't be too bad. We also have our ice, so if we need to do our leader ability around this round, we can. So we'll go Blood Eagle. And we'll pull out our other handmade protector here. Doesn't matter where we put it. I want to put it in the middle of our units, so rain does less. He could Gutting Slash this one, but that would boost our other one up. Sure, it's going to be the Melusine Cultist. Most likely, he'll try and get some value off of that.
Hear my prayer.
Having Morkvarg in our hand isn't great this whole time. So now is the turn. We can either Fuchsia and like pass the round. We could either Fuchsia, we can drop Morkvarg, assuming we're never going to discard him, or we can play Iced. We will probably get a discard card next round. Fuchsia, we can either go for Dagur. Well, at 4, he might die. That being said, yeah, he didn't kill his protector. Dagur gives us the most potential here. We lose out on rain turns. We're going to play Fuchsia. But I think we're going to go for the light longship here instead of Dagur. And then we'll just try and get points this way. As this gives us 8 damage worth of rain here, and it also gives us a bunch of points of handmade protectors. When Dagur comes down for just 4, it gets pretty scary. Okay, here's going to be some more rain. Now, we can keep doing this. This is the option. This turn, we have the option for Iced. He has not played Rioghan yet. I want the Rioghan gone. We're definitely killing this off, no matter what. Now, we can either Iced and remove this Messenger and put a ton of pressure on him. We can play, or we can just pass. We're going to play Morkvarg. I think I want to put a lot of pressure on him, because I know he's going to Rioghan. At this point, he's going to have to Rioghan if we play Ice to take the round. So we're going to do it.
No retreat. Not one
Now, in order to
step.
get ahead here, he's going to need Rioghan and this Messenger. So he's going to have to bring her back.
No one else dares.
And this should be a lot of pressure for him. We're kind of curious. When he does bring Rioghan back, by the way, if he rains this row... Okay, there's the Raider Maker. He's extending all of our rain durations. But when he does rain this row... The question is, if he Rioghans now, how much do we take? This is 8 plus 2. That is 10. Assuming everything misses handmade protectors. I think we just throw down Morkvarg and push for the win on the 2-0 here. I want to force out whatever he has left. He has a Fuchsia, right? I want the Fuchsia gone. This doesn't really help us that much by holding it onto it. And we get extra points here from the light longship.
What would you do?
And let's see what he does here. The other thing is when he Ryoghans, these handmade protectors will get a lot of points. So he needs, I think his Rioghan doesn't quite get him there. Even with these 2 leader charges, he needs the Messenger of the Sea as well. My guess is he's also holding, I guess he has Fuchsia, and maybe, the thing is, he's already played right. So he needs 2 resurrects here, I think, to get the most value, and we might just take him on even here. If not, we have some good cards left. But I'm pretty sure that these handmade protectors just kind of take him out. Yeah, that's gonna be Messenger. Now we get Rioghan. And let's see how much handmade protector does for us here. There's the Fuchsia, which is good. We want that gone. And he's obviously going to win the round. Okay, protectors didn't do it there. Now we lose, potentially. Although he has no resurrects left. We need to force that Rioghan out that round. We only have 1 warrior in our deck, by the way, so we have to be kind of careful with Blood Eagle. Because we only have the An Craite Raiders. This hand's not bad. We have to play this before Coral. But let's see what he does. Slightly bad there for us, but nothing else to do but play Blood Eagle here. Get our Raiders out. See what he does.
Children, elders, we spare none.
Alright, Skellige Storm. Not the strongest card for him. Like Coral.
I can do a great deal more.
Berna versus Morkvarg. Morkvarg's never going to get more than 6 points here. So I think we go with Berna. She potentially gets us 4 more. Considering we have Coral. Okay, what's he going to go for here? What's his last card? I don't think it's going to cut it.
Mayhap you'll gawk at Zarakania's marvels too one day.
Okay. I think we got this. We'll go Berna here, draw our 2 cards. And we should be good here. GG. The last game was interesting. It was really key we forced out Rioghan and Fuchsia round 2. Because if he still has Fuchsia, or any way to resurrect, like, if he has Fuchsia, if he has the Bride round 3, he brings back a 20-something Melusine, and that's how we lose the game in a short round 3. So we needed him to resurrect Rioghan and play his Fuchsia. Which we got, thankfully. Now, he has White Frost making Dagur pretty bad, but we'll see what we can do about it. Probably don't need his Raiders yet, they're much better later on. That's some good synergy. We don't have a discard for this skirmish yet, so I want to discard and get something different. Okay, against Frost, these protectors are pretty good. We have the 1 discard from the this, by the way, so it's not like we have none. Looking at our hand here, Protector is going to be our first play. My guess is he kills it, otherwise it presents an actual issue for him. Because as long as it's here and Frost damages stuff next to it, we'll get points back. Like, yeah, so he kind of has to answer it. Just like that. Now, we can go for this, the mask here. We'll discard our Skirmisher. And then we'll throw down our other Protector here in between. We don't have any light long ships, so we don't have to worry about the Protector going ranged. We also don't have a way to get the, well, we could get Raiding Fleet, but I think at this round we're going to want Blood Eagle from Vabiorn instead. So we'll just put him melee. And then we'll put these Drummond Berserkers next to him and get some value from our bronzes this way.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Yeah, we kind of expected that. We'll put the other Drummond Berserker next to him. It's a lot of frost damage. A lot of frost damage. This is something White Frost really likes to do, is go for a 2-0. We'll throw this other Drummond Berserker down.
What? This? But a scratch.
We're gonna need Blood Eagle probably. What are we gonna play with it? I guess An Craite Raiders perhaps. Let's see what he did. I went for an Ancient Fog. We do have Mork Fire, so that's not too bad. Could certainly be worse. Could be worse. Maybe we do want Raiding Fleet. So we can put it next to this Protector now. They moved it ranged.
Blood for foul blood!
We'll go Raiding Fleet. We're holding the only warriors we really need to search. Normally are Skjordo, Iced, and Dagur, and they're all in our hand. So that's not bad. The reason I put bleeding on this is because it helps us get damage units. Now unfortunately, if we keep making Protector the tallest, he will take the Frost instead of the unit next to him. Denies us 8 point, but if he takes the damage, then the next turn, the one next to him will be taller. So it's not too bad. Long round 3, I'm perfectly fine with. I'll take that.
Kill the sons, steal the lasses!
Alright, go to long round 3. We haven't really used anything yet. We got some bronze value for that round, and he lost his Winter Queen, which is one key thing, and our hand's really good. I'm going to keep this in our hand so we can make sure we shuffle it back for round 3. But really, I want the discard package now. Skirmisher's not... These guys are part of it, but not the ones I want to see. Because if we don't get the other parts of the discard package, they're kind of useless. You could argue that that's what the second Skald is for, but if you have both Skalds and you go first, you run out of cards in your deck. I think we go to exactly 0. Alright, so he's going to have a pretty, potentially pretty scary round. Not quite what I want to see. We really need a discard card here. Okay, Skald gets us there. In our deck, we have 1, 2 discard cards. We send this first, then we finish up with a discard, so we can try and draw into those. And we have the Raiders for our warrior. So we get this out of our deck, we thin this out of our deck, then we only have these 4 cards to draw into. It's a better chance for us. The question is the order we do this in. Dagger is kind of useless because it's going to get moved. Fuchsia might not be bad, but we want the full rain value. I think we're just going to something low provision for her. So we get a bunch of rain turns. Which leaves us with a couple of choices. I don't want to do the discarding yet, like I said. This isn't good value. This is probably what we want to play. We'll do the damage here, and we'll pull out our An Craite Raiders. Now we have dominance unless he plays something, and we'll see what he does. This can also set up the Gutting Slash for the 6 damage. So if he plays the Aridin, we can actually kill it, which would be pretty nice. We also have to remember he's Ardgaith. Yep, kind of expected that.
Then burn it with the rest. Nothing like skinning a unicorn. Their hair, so
Well, let's see. Can we kill him? We can. There's a couple ways to do it. We can hit him and then Gunning Slash. That's pretty clean. We can also Squirtle, but Squirtle gets better value somewhere else. So I think we just go for this approach where we hit him. And we Gunning Slash him down. Deny him a couple points this round. I also want to give him... I don't want to give him targets for stuff. Either. We still have to leader before we go for our Scald. So that kind of limits us. But he's out of leader charges. The only thing is, Wildhunt Bruiser is a pretty normal card in these decks. So we kind of want the Bruiser to be gone first, which means playing stuff into one row. So we tempt him into moving it with Bruiser so we can Ardgaith it. That's really what we want to go for. Could Squirtle that. But it won't die. I do want it to die. We could go for a Fuchsia this turn, honestly. We could bring back the other Raiders. That's pretty strong. That's kind of what I'm kind of feeling that. The thing is, if we play here, we are getting into the place where he wants to Ardgaith us. But hopefully that gets him to play his Bruiser, and in that case I don't mind.
Sacrifices must be made on both sides.
Women, children,
Rain will do a bit for us, and then hopefully sets up a Squirtle kill on the Hurrying Phantom, so we can deny him that value. If he somehow, like, it doesn't take rain damage, we can make sure it dies. Like I said, there's the Ardgaith. We knew that was going to happen. Now he's going to Bruiser us because, well, let's say what we're going to do. We're going to Squirtle this so the rain kills it. That's nice. Then we'll hit here because this will die from rain eventually. He's going to Bruiser us if he has Bruiser now to make sure we get value from this Frost Throw. And then we play Dagur. And see if he lives. There's Bruiser. So now's the turn we play Dagur. Because we're going to get to 5 here. And we'll see if he's out of movement. Okay, Emulous Wrath's pretty much an expected card here. Taking a lot of frost damage. Now's the time we go for our iced play. So that way we have a chance to draw with Scald better. So we go iced. The leader. Senyetta. We could have sent the we could have sent Coral, so we can use her discard ability to discard a card. We get 6 less points back though, so I don't think that's really worth it. There's Imlerith. If he discards a Griffin, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, it's gonna be Yugrin. That's also bad, but we do have our Heart of Terror. Now we go for our Scald. We're gonna want to draw Burna or Coral, and we don't, so we probably lose the game. But that's the risk of discard package. It's really strong, but sometimes you don't get the cards. There's Aridin. At this point, we just kind of have to play Morkvarg. He doesn't do anything for us. And we're going to lose this one. Unfortunate. Just how it is sometimes. It's how it is. We win this game if we draw either Burna or Coral. But we didn't, so 50-50. You had the best shot we could. Unless I did my math wrong. Guys, I did my math wrong. It's a draw.
No prisoners! Lead them to the sea!
Draw's a loss. No, not really. Counted wrong there. Okay, well, we still would have won if we drew either of those cards, but ends up being a draw. I kept thinking Heart of Terror did 13 damage, because that's how much the boost was, but he does the 1 extra, and that's what gets us to the draw, instead of losing. Interesting game. I really thought we were going to draw better by the time we got to round 3, get Berna or Coral.
Don't make me laugh.
Okay. Oh. Probably this is just Alumni's. Alumni's everywhere. So I want Coral so we can actually kill it. Damage. It's not bad. I have discard. I have a lot of discarding fodder. Like, I think we have all of our discard fodder, actually. This isn't really a round 1 card. Okay, this isn't too bad. I mean, it's obviously not great, but we have the big tempo swings from the discard. So we're going to do that.
Hey, listen here.
And what we really want to draw into here is probably another Gutting Slash, honestly. So we can kill these students. I just kill them at all costs.
It's not about why.
I don't even care if we have to leader charge to kill the students. This is what we're going to go for. But this might not be Alumni. So he's setting up some protection here. Now, this is interesting. Do we waste a... Well, it's not a waste. We use a Gutting Slash on this. That's what this comes down to. We also play a raid from our deck. The Gutting Slash this and he plays a student. I can't kill it easily. Well, we can, but not very conveniently. We also go Raiding Fleet here to thin out the light longship. That could help us kill something. I'm feeling that choice. Raiding Fleet. The longship also helps us because we can do this ping and he doesn't get the 2 armor. And we'll do a discard here as well. There's no reason not to. There's our skirmisher. Put some pressure on here. If this is a student, it's where we get a little bit of trouble. It is Leticia. We just leader charge that. That can't live. They just cannot live. We might have to iced it. We don't iced it, what do we do? Nothing. Yep. Here we go. This can't kill it. I can't let it live for more than a turn. Maybe 1 turn is fine. If it lives for 1 turn, are we okay? If it lives for 1 turn, we can get away with the Blood Eagle. What do we do in that turn? Either Berna? I think it's Berna. We'll go Berna.
So be it.
We drew the Blood Eagle, discard this. Discard one of these. And we have to hit her. It's Meditating Mages. Alright, this deck is apparently still a thing. So, Leticia absolutely has to die. But he doesn't have many Meditating Mages yet. What if we just Gutting Slash the mage? We just Gutting Slash this. We don't even have to. We can kill it with the Death Blow of Blood Eagle. We play out this Raiders to help us, or we play out this for engines. I want the control. As long as he has nothing for Leticia to boost, it's okay. We're just not entirely sure if it's Alumni or Spam Meditating Mage yet. Okay, it's Spam Meditating Mage. Do we iced? We don't have to. We can just keep killing Meditating Mages. He's greedy. If he does win this round, we might need Dagur. We have Vabjorn for... Do we have Raiding... We already played Raiding Fleet. We just have Vabjorn into Gutting Slash. It gives 4 patience. Let's kill this. There's the student. And there's the damage on this student. So now the student's gone. As long as he doesn't have both students, we're okay. There's Gerhard.
Tread carefully, lest this semester be your last.
Pushing us for uneven. Makes sense. Let's see if he wants to reset Leticia. If he resets her, we have to iced. Right here, though, we'll just go for this Berserker.
What? This? But a scratch.
He's gotten a whole bunch of value from this Afard's Vengeance here. On Sace,
I demand satisfaction.
4 damage.
Now.
He still hasn't done a reset. Do we iced? Is that 4 damage on this? I think we do. This is a really dangerous deck to let do any setup.
Skellege and Sinter shall stand ever together.
And she's got doomed now, so there can't be a Iridium on her. Okay. If he has a Selkirk, we actually might lose around here. Okay, that's only gonna get a little bit of patience. Well, there's nothing else we can play here. Dagur doesn't get us any points, and Protector's not gonna do much, so... It is an Alumni deck. He's on the 1 leader charge though, and the Alumni won't have Zeal, but we've lost Iced, so... We'll see. We did a pretty good job controlling everything here. We have Fuchsia. This is pretty good. Skjordal. I really want to draw a Coral though, so we kind of have access to damage here. Okay, that's good. Fuchsia would be great too, by the way. Can I have her? No. That's fine. We can get her next round. I put both of you back. Why are you here? Alright, that's more like it. More like it. We can actually set up 4 damage if we set up the Raiders and then play Coral, that's 4. The only issue here is that these are the only cards we have to get with our Blood Eagle. I don't care that much. They're fine. Whatever. He needs an R2 student to get boosted up still. The thing is, if he has Amphibious Assault, which is what this is going to be, he's going to go set it up, but we can hit it with Heart of... Oh, it's going to be Selkirk. Okay. That's fine, we just go Coral. The question is, what are we going to play with Fuchsia? Fuchsia's either going to be An Craite Raiders or Yoda if he gets something taller than 12. He's got 6 cards, so we can wait a turn to decide. We'll go with the Coral here.
I can do a great deal more for you.
What we want to do is make sure he plays here again. There's the dual reset. Basically knew that was coming. Now let's only go for our Fuchsia. Then we'll set up damage and play Dagur. He's played all of his duels now. So what we want is this An Craite Raiders. And let's see what he does. So we played Dagur, see if Dagur can carry us. We have damage from this Skjordal still. Yeah, if he gets any big boosts. Alright, here's the question. Do we kill that? I think we just Dagur. Just Dagur.
Give me some of that.
The boost we can hit with Heart of Terror. There's the Shanny, but Alumni is not great here.
What I'm doing when I prescribe.
Yeah, that's what he needs. It's going to get to 4.
Another test. So soon.
So that's at 4 now. But we can hit the target with the boost with Morkvarg. We do have to watch out because he now has access to Alumni spamming. everyone's favorite thing. So we will hit... If we hit this and he's greedy, we can kill it with Squirtle. So that's the target of our card here. Play Protector. Put it here. Doesn't have to kill it. But I don't think he has an answer to Dagger. I think he's too greedy for that. There's some practice makes perfect. We could just... If we last play Squirtle, or do we last play our Heart of Terror? I think we last play Heart of Terror.
Treason, turncoats, rats.
Dagger putting in work again. He's not going to win the game without killing Dagger, I don't think. Okay, and you have Alumni left. Well, like I said, you're not going to win this game without killing Dagger. So, let's see it. $29. There's Alumni. It has Zeal.
We have each other's backs.
Plus 6,
That's more than
plus
most.
6, plus 1, and that's GG. Well, that's the deck, guys. As far as the card choices, I think in the games you can kind of see how they work out. Fuchsia's amazing, as always. Blood Eagle, Ice. Harald we didn't miss too much, because we kind of cut out a lot of the low provision warriors, right? Berserker transforms to a Bear Abomination, so you can't bring them back. You only have the Raiders and the Protectors. So, can't bring them back. As far as the top end cards for the discard version, package takes up quite a bit. And we only have the one Scald, because the second Scald, if you discard with it, and you go first, you're gonna run out cards in your deck. Like, over discard. But you could run a second one, but then you have one that doesn't discard the other one. The top end deck's really strong. Thanks again to Thanos for pointing out the option with Dagger. Dagger's a cool card. It just doesn't get a lot of play when he should. He's fantastic. Last game, for example, is exactly what you pointed out in the comments section. They were a greedy deck. They didn't have an answer to Dagger, and they just lost. So, fantastic idea. Thanks for bringing that up. If any of you other guys have ideas you want me to try out, I will try them out if I think they're interesting. But yeah, with the discard package, the rest of the deck's pretty much the same. The only cards you can really swap around here, you look at the 5 provision slots, you can pick whatever units you want in Skellege. So, I just think these are the best options, the Berserker and the Raiders. Berserker, if you want to go for not Berserker, because you're not running Protector, you can. But I'd really recommend trying out Protector. It gets a lot of points. People are trying out Protector, rather. You don't have to do it. A lot of people are playing it. I can see why. Brockvar Hunter's less good in this specific version of the deck. It's actually not that strong an engine overall. Just how it synergizes with Skellege makes people use it. It's 1 damage every other turn. There's plenty of stuff that's better than that, but it just gets played in a lot of these Skellege decks because it helps set up the Bloodthirst, which is really valuable. But yeah, this is the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It was quite a bit of fun trying this out with the Dagger. Got some good games with him, and we'll see you next time.